Hey guys, what's up? This is Zach Gassman, and this is my workout here from the 2nd of May 2018. I am back in Vegas now. So, what I'm starting off here with is just a little bit of crawling. I did three types, both forward and backwards or left and right. This is typically called kind of a modified bear or a tabletop crawl. By the way, I speed things up just to get through them a little bit faster. That way, you're not having to watch this anywhere near as long. The whole workout took me about 25 minutes to complete. So anyway, this is a modified bear. Now I have the sideways or gorilla crawl, I believe this is called. And basically, you're just putting your hands out to the side a little bit, and then you are hopping to get your legs past where your hands are. So, just like the previous crawl, down and back, making sure to go both directions here. This one is actually one of those ones that gives you a real surprising burn for your quads as you do it. Or, I don't know, maybe it's not that surprising. To me, it felt fairly surprising. Then we have a plank crawl. Now, the one thing you want to remember with this is that you are moving your right hand and your left leg at the same time, and then your left hand and your right. So left hand, right leg, right hand, left leg. That's what's getting moved together. As a point of correction, my body should be a lot more flat. As you can see, my butt is a little bit high in the air. Still, it's a great way to start a workout. It's a nice warm up, kind of gets the whole body going. So I switch over to just a nice little tree, and I'm doing my rows. The big thing to remember with rows is you really want to allow your shoulder blades to stretch forward at the very bottom. And of course, you want to hold very briefly at the top. So today's workout was mostly focused on squats, and then I just went through the other main exercises of pull-ups, push-ups, bridges, and knee raises, or the easier versions of all of those exercises. Because while this is technically a row, this is the one of the basic steps for the convict conditioning pull-up. And here we are at push-ups, just doing these on my knees, pausing at the bottom, and really thinking, there at the bottom you want to almost think about put your shoulder blades into your back pockets and really activate the lats and pull the back into what is typically a chest workout. Once again, these start off normal speed just to kind of show and what's going on, and then switch over to a faster speed just so you're not having to watch it nearly as long. So now we get to the main meat of this workout, which is the squats. So here I'm doing full squats. Big thing to remember here is you are flexing your hamstrings and your shins in order to pull yourself to the ground. You're pausing at the bottom, make sure you don't have any momentum, and then you are squeezing through the entire leg as well as the butt in order to drive yourself up to the top. One thing also to remember, you're going to try to pull your hips all the way underneath you. So like at the very top right here, what I'm showing is you're flexing your butt. You're pulling that whole pelvic girdle underneath you right there at the top. I don't remember to do it 100% of the time. It is still something I'm working on. And then a reminder, use your shins to pull yourself to the ground, and then get your butt as close to your heels as you can for these full squats. Really was definitely fighting with fatigue today. It it was a struggle to get through these, to know, okay, I can definitely do more. Once again, a reminder: get that pelvic girdle underneath you. It was a struggle to do more today, but just kind of forcing yourself to keep going even when you're uncomfortable. And now we're on the second part of squats. These are the half squats. You're just going down maybe to 90 degrees, perhaps a little bit further. Once again, pulling that pelvic girdle all the way underneath you. This is a tip that I got from Jeff Cavalier over at Athlean X. Again, I want to make sure everyone knows, this is not my own material. I haven't come up with any of these things. This stuff, if you want to learn from people who are more knowledgeable than myself, check out Athlean X, check out Red Delta Project, look up convict conditioning. These guys are very knowledgeable, have a lot of really good information. Before I started this workout, I also did about a 15-minute walk, so roughly a mile. And you want to make sure, like, whenever you're walking, really squeeze your butt with each step. You want to think you're pulling that leg behind you just as absolutely hard as you can, and you'll feel it. It does not take long when you start activating the butt with each step. You really feel it, and it tires you out in just what would otherwise be a normal walk. So give that a try before you actually start any of the workout. It's a nice little warm-up. All right, so now we're at the very basic level of squats. These are the inverted squats from convict conditioning. Once again, you're flexing your kind of fell out of the camera there. Whoops. You are flexing your shins to pull your toes in as hard as possible. You are flexing your hamstrings to really get your heels as close to your butt as possible. And then with these, you're trying to get your knees down to touch your forehead, which I think I did most of the repetitions, but possibly not all of them. This whole system that I'm trying here is basically you do a greater focus on just one of the convict conditioning big six, and once a week you do a really heavy focus on just one of those exercises, and in this case today it was squats, and then you still do all the rest of the exercises. So now we're at the knee raises. So like I say, you do all of the exercises, but you're only kind of doing one set, just of whatever you're not focusing on. You just do one set, and you want to think, really focus on the skills. I was having some issues here because I got some dust, on my shorts, and it kept falling down and hitting me in the face. So trying to figure out where the dust is coming from, and took off the shoes. That didn't work, so I kind of brushed out the the shorts. Always makes you feel good when you have those impromptu outtakes or blooper reels, I guess. So anyway, what I focus on with this is really trying to get your pelvic girdle as far up underneath you as possible. Get those knees as close as possible to your forehead, and then really resist it on the way back down. Like, don't just let gravity take you. Really, contract those abs, squeeze through, make that descent as slow as possible. I know it's hard to see because this is like double speed here, but the descent was definitely slower than what it appears to be in this video. Except at the end there, because at the end I was tired. All right, last exercise, looking at the bridges here. Two things to make sure and pay attention to when you're doing bridges. Really make sure you are thinking like pull your shoulders to your heels. If you were on two separate rolling carts and you did this exercise, your feet and your head should be getting closer together each time. The other thing is, every other, like I'll do two regular where I'm just kind of going up on my shoulders, And then I do 2 where I am going up all the way on my head to activate the muscles of the back of the neck, helping your posture, help keeping your head up a bit straighter. Thanks for watching.